Welcome to Patriots Today. I am your host, Brett Alper. And on today's show, we're going to be talking about some roster moves that the Patriots have made. They made 4 of them right after rookie minicamp. Elliott Wolf, Mike Vrabel, and the coaching staff got down and they just kind of looked at everything they saw and they made some roster changes. They said, all right, we want to sign these people and we also want to cut one too. But before we get into everything, can we beat the like record on the videos? These are the last 10. 482. Can we break it? Or can we at least just get into the top 5? All you got to do is just get to 300. Hit that thumbs up icon. Like the video if you want Patriots coverage all throughout the offseason. The first signing that they made, and he made an impression during rookie minicamp. He's not a rookie. Isaiah Iton, the defensive tackle out of Rutgers. He was with the Titans last year in 2024, but he did not play a single snap. He didn't play a snap. And that's where I look at kind of, all right, this guy's just trying to make the NFL. He was with the Titans practice squad all of last year, saw some preseason action, but was also cut by the team. He went to the Titans minicamp, got cut, and then the Titans signed him to the practice squad later in the year. And if you go back to his college stats back in Rutgers back in 2023, I mean, solid. You're a defensive tackle. You're not going to get to the quarterback as much, but 38 tackles, 2 for loss. Obviously, you break through the offensive line, get to the running back, get a tackle for loss, half a sack, and 1 pass batted. What I do like about Iton is that he was with the practice squad. He knows what NFL practices are like. He knows what the NFL environment is like. And he can also bring that to the Patriots when it comes to later down the road, scouting, just helping the team get ready for games throughout the week. He also has a connection with the Patriots. A.J. Highsmith, he was recently named Director of Pro Scouting. He was with the Titans last year, and he obviously sees what the potential that Isaiah Iton has. And so they brought him in to minicamp, and they liked what they saw and gave him a contract. Now, I don't really see him being on this roster come August, September, but I could see him being that type of player that the Titans used last year. Some guy that's going to be on the defensive line through the practice squad. Help this team scout. Also, you have a lot of potential here with this defensive line chart because we truly don't know where Christian Barmore is going to be. Is he going to actually play? I hope he's healthy. Everybody in New England is praying he's healthy because if he's healthy, he's one of the best defensive tackles in football. But blood clots are not to be taken lightly. But you also need to get some depth at the defensive tackle position. You signed Milton Williams, which is a great signing, but you always want to have those guys on the bench. And good practice squad player in Iton. The next guy we have is Mehki Butler. Not Mekhi Becton, Mehki Butler, an offensive lineman. This one, he is an undrafted free agent. He came into the Patriots minicamp, played guard, and they like what they saw. They signed him. 2024, solid player out of Arkansas State. 6'3", 320 pounds. That's what you want, an offensive guard, and you guys have heard me before. We need offensive guard depth. His PFF grades, very, very solid. I was actually impressed when I saw these grades. 76 overall, pretty much a 76 pass block grade, 76 run block grade, and only 1 sack allowed. This is what Mike Vrabel saw. This is what Josh McDaniels saw in minicamp. This is your first impression. If you make a good impression with this team, they're going to sign you to a contract. He was only invited. And I really, really think that the Patriots need some guard depth. I have said it before. They put Will Campbell at left tackle the whole entire time. They put him at the whole entire time. So don't expect him to play guard if Mike Vrabel and Josh McDaniels are expecting him to play tackle. You have Mike Onwenu as your right guard, and then it gets a little bit rough there in the trenches. But I'm fine with a Butler signing. I'm fine with an offensive lineman. I would always enjoy those undrafted free agents. Then the last one, Wilfred Pene, and this one is another defensive tackle. and we're going to get into it. You heard me earlier in the show, but we're going to really dive into it. He's a defensive tackle out of Virginia Tech, solid 2024 stats, 33 tackles, 3.5 sacks, 0 forced fumbles. But and he gives me as a more of an upside than Iton. If you look at his defensive tackle stats, 33 tackles. This time he got through the offensive line. 6 tackles for loss, 3.5 sacks, and 1 pass batted up. He gets a little bit of an advantage because he's a roster exemption. And people are probably going to say, Brett, what does that mean? Well, he was born in France. He grew up in America. He played football in America, played high school football, played college football in America. But since he was born in France, he qualifies for a roster exemption as an international player. That means that the Patriots, they can sign him and also go over the roster limit, which they have. And the Patriots saw this guy before the draft even ended. They signed him April 26th. But because he was an international player, technically, they had to wait until May 12th for that to go into official. He still showed up to rookie minicamp, still made an impression on the team, but I think this gives him a much better opportunity to make the roster than a guy like Isaiah Iton, who you need defensive tackles, because he has that exemption. They don't have to cut him to make space on this roster. They've gone over 90 players. They're at 92 right now. And you can only go out over 92 if you have this exemption. So Pene, he gets that better opportunity. He can stay on this roster. He can work out with the team more. He can show the defense. He can show Terrell Williams. I hope Terrell Williams gets healthy and gets out to practice. But he can show that he is worthy of making a roster spot rather than someone, okay, we have to cut him right away. You don't have to cut him with Pene. And with these 2 signings, you signed 2 defensive tackles. If you sign Pene and Iton, there's not that many free agents that you are looking at, like veteran free agents, that are out there. So I think that the Patriots are kind of skeptical about Christian Barmore's health. I know he participated in off-season workouts, but if the blood clots are still bothering him, he's not going to see the field in 2025, and that really scares me. And if he doesn't see the field, if he's not healthy enough, come preseason, come training camp, the Patriots have to divert into another direction and get as much depth as possible, because you can't just go with Milton Williams, who's a great player, but you got to have someone right next to him if you're going to move to that 4-3 type of defense. That's just what I think that the Patriots, they haven't said anything, but this is just my opinion. If you're signing 2 undrafted free agents and they're both a defensive tackle, even after rookie minicamp, you obviously think, all right, we're just having a plan C, plan B, just in case the worst case scenario here that Christian Barmore is not going to be available because of his blood clots. But let me hear from you guys. Grade the Patriots' latest signings. A, B, C, D, or F. I'm going to give it a solid B-, C+. You can't really say that they're great signings because these guys might not even be on the team come August. But I do enjoy what the Patriots are doing. They're getting a lot of roster movement, just trying to figure out what they're going to do, how to get the best potential for this next season, and find the best players, find the best undrafted free agents that have the possibility of making this roster. 19 out of the last 20 seasons, or 20 out of the last 21 seasons, an undrafted free agent has made this roster. So that gives any of these guys hope. We have a chance here. Let me know down in the comments section below. We also had one guy that was released. Obviously, the Patriots didn't like what they saw in minicamp, and that was Cole Birdow, the tackle, out of Merrimack College. Just a quick one. He could be re-signed anywhere. He's free to go wherever he wants. But hoping the best for him, and he finds his way onto an NFL roster. So now that we've signed everybody, there are 92 players on the roster. The Patriots roster is set as of now. You can't sign any more players unless you have another exemption, or you have to release players. And what I know from New England and what I know about the Patriots is they're going to make a lot of movements. You're going to be seeing cuts every other day. Every single day there's going to be a new person signed until we get to training camp, until we get to those mandatory OTAs that we see from the Patriots. But I can tell you right now who we're not going to be seeing cut, and that's going to be your first-round draft pick, your number 4 overall pick, Will Campbell. He's going to be wearing number 66. And I would get the jersey. It's always nice to have an obscure jersey if you're going out to a Patriots game. Imagine if someone had a Matt Light jersey from back in the day. That'd be awesome. Get your Will Campbell jerseys today. Support the show. Chatsports.com/Will Campbell. I'll have it in the comments and description of today's video. Once again, let's break that like record. Let's do it. Come on. Hit that thumbs up icon. Let's get to 300, get in that top 5 range. And also go follow me on Twitter and Instagram @TheRealAlper on both platforms. I'll be talking Patriots on both of those. I'm your host, Brett Alper, and as always, let's go Pats.